Hello viewers, welcome to the digital class of Udayanath Autonomous College of Science and Technology. So viewers, today's video will be all about a new concept, that is SONET, that means synchronous optical network. So in our previous videos we have already discussed what do you mean by asynchronous transmission mode or asynchronous mode of transmission. So today's video will be all about a synchronous network, that means what is the concept of synchronous network, why do we need synchronous network, what are the applications of synchronous network, how synchronous network works, in which field we can implement the synchronous network. All the related things will be covered in today's video. So now let's move to the slide, that is SONET. So SONET stands for synchronous optical network. So SONET is a communication protocol developed by Belco that is used to transmit a large amount of data over relatively large distances using optical fiber. That means SONET, as the term suggests, it stands for synchronous optical network. So it is actually a communication protocol. That means it is a protocol that is used for communication, which was developed by the scientist Belco, and it is used to transmit the large amount of data. That means whenever the data amount is very large or the data amount is comparatively very high, at that time we can take the help of SONET. So the large amount of data is transferred over relatively large distances. That means whenever there is a large amount of data and we have to send it to large distances, so we can take the help of SONET. But the condition is that here we will be using the optical fiber in place of coaxial cables. So the SONET structure or the concept actually works on the optical fiber to transmit a large amount of data to large distances. So with SONET, multiple digital data streams are transferred at the same time over the optical fiber. That means there are multiple digital data streams. So we are not sending the data in a single stream. That means there are a large number of digital data streams in which the SONET can work, and it is being used for transferring the data at the same time over the optical fiber. So optical fiber consists of a large number of data streams or digital data stream or multiple digital data stream in which the SONET can work to transfer the data simultaneously. So SONET, that is used as a transport network to carry loads from other WANs. So it is also work for the transport network. That means the OSI model transport layer works under the SONET. So it is used to carry a loads of data or a lot of data within the WANs or wide area networks. So we first discussed SONET as a protocol, and we then saw how SONET network can be constructed from the standards defined in the protocol. That means we already know that SONET is a protocol, but we can also work from a SONET network in some standards which are defined under the protocols. So as we know that a protocol is associated with a number of standards, so SONET has also a number of standards in which it can work frequently. Now the high bandwidth of fiber optic cable are suitable for today's high data rate technology such as video conferencing and for carrying large number of lower rate technologies at the same time. That means today's bandwidth are very high and it is being compared with the fiber optic cable. That means in today's world, fiber optic cable consists of a high bandwidth cable which are actually suitable for large rate or high data rate technologies. So we can take the help of a video conferencing. In today's world, we are able to connect a large number of people in a single network under the video conferencing, and it is only possible because of the high bandwidth of the fiber optic cable. And it also allows for carrying large number of lower rate technologies at the same time. That means instead or in spite of video calling or conferencing with a large number of people, it can also carry the large number of lower rate technologies. That means whenever we are sending any data or we are messaging something, all the things can also be carried out with the video conferencing with number of people at the same time. So it is only possible because of the high bandwidth capability of the fiber optics cable. For this reason, the importance of fiber optics grown in conjunction with the development of technologies requiring high data rate or wide bandwidth for transmission. That means for this reason only the fiber optics has grown in today's world, and it is in the development stage in the technologies which require actually high data rate with wide bandwidth for data transmission. So with their prominence came a need of standardization. So we need a standardization so that the SONET can work, or the fiber optic cable can work at high bandwidth for carrying the large amount of data. So the United States, that is ANSI, and Europe, that is ITUT, have responded by defining standards that, though independent, are fundamentally similar and ultimately compatible. That means these two organizations, that is United States, that is ANSI of United States, and ITUT of Europe, has actually responded to the SONET by defining the standard through which they can be independent and they can be fundamentally similar for transmitting the large amount of data with higher bandwidth in the optical fiber cable. So this is all about the SONET. Next, you can see the picture over here. That means this is the customer premises equipment, that means where the customer will be benefited from the fiber optics cable or SONET. This is the multiplexer. That means we already know from our previous videos that multiplexer is a device that is used for combining a large number of signal into a one signal. So here you can see there are many signals and it convert many signal to one signal and it transmit it over the section, that is optical regeneration. So here there is a device connected over here, that is optical regenerator. So optical regenerator is actually used to regenerate the signal. That means whenever the signal will fall, that means the energy level will fall, at that time the optical regenerator will regenerate the signal and send it to the customer or to the receiver again. So here there is a add or drop multiplexer. That means if there will be any multiplexer needed, so we can add a new multiplexer. If we face that there is no need of any new multiplexer, so we can drop a multiplexer over here also. Similarly, again it will be retransmitted, and again there is an optical regenerator in between the add or drop multiplexer and the terminal multiplexer. That means optical regenerator are placed at a regular interval so as to minimize the amount of loss of energy while transmitting the signal. So it has been received by the terminal multiplexer, that means receiver, and again the signals will be combined or it will be distributed in many forms. So this is the image of a SONET. That means how SONET works by taking the signals from the users, combining it through the multiplexer, sending it, and in between the optical regenerators are instructed or installed so that they will be working for the energy loss. Next they will be received by the receiver. So this is the picture of a SONET. Now we will be moving to the new topic, that is SONET devices. So SONET devices first work for STS multiplexer and demultiplexer. So what do you mean by STS? So STS is otherwise known as synchronous transport signal. That means the devices or the signal that are being used in the SONET devices to transmit the data are called as STS, that is synchronous transport signal. So synchronous transport signal is actually responsible for transferring the signal in a synchronous network from one place to another network. So STS multiplexer or demultiplexer mark the beginning points and end points of a SONET link. That means as we have discussed in this image, that here is a SONET network over here and here there is another SONET network, and over here the multiplexer and demultiplexer works. That means if the sender is sending, then at that time multiplexer will take role, and whenever it will receive the data, the receiver or the demultiplexer will play the role. So the STS multiplexer or demultiplexer mark the beginning point and end point of SONET link. So every SONET link consists of a STS multiplexer or demultiplexer. So sometime in the sender side the multiplexer can work, and if it acts as a receiver side, then the demultiplexer will get activated. So in similar way, at two end points the multiplexer or demultiplexer are being attached under the SONET devices. So they provide the interface between an electrical tributary network and the optical network. That means it is the interface that actually brings a network or a electrical network between the networks of different criteria and the optical network. That means there must be a network which will act as a medium between the electrical tributary network and an optical network. So here STS multiplexer works for that. So an STS multiplexer multiplexes signal from multiple electrical sources and creates the corresponding OC signal. That means a STS multiplexer is actually responsible for multiplexing the signals from different electrical sources and creating or corresponding to the optical carrying signal. That means here the STS multiplexer or demultiplexer works for converting the electrical signals into optical fiber cables or the optical carrying signals. So an STS demultiplexer demultiplexes an optical carrying signal into corresponding electric signal. That means on the sender side, when the sender sends the information, so at that time the multiplexer plays the role and it actually converts the electrical signals to OC signal. Similarly, at the receiver side, the demultiplexer demultiplexes the OC signal received from the sender and converting it into the electric signals. So in this way, the STS multiplexer and demultiplexer takes the role. That means in the sender side the multiplexer gets activated and in the receiver side the demultiplexer gets activated. Now we will be moving to another device under the SONET technology, that is regenerator. So regenerator extends the length of the links. That means whenever we will encounter or we have to face to increment or extend the link, so at that time we can take the help of the regenerator. Here in the picture you can see that there is a regenerator connected over here, that is also called as an optical regenerator. So the work of regenerator is to regenerate or to extend the working of a SONET or the optical fiber cable in a network. So whenever there is a need to extend the network, at that time we can take the help of regenerator to extend the optical fiber cable. So a regenerator is a repeater that takes a received optical signal, that is OC minus N, demodulates it into the corresponding electrical signal and regenerates the electrical signal and finally modulates the electrical signal into its corresponding OC signal. That means as we have discussed that the multiplexer and demultiplexer plays the role, here the regenerator also does the same. That means it works as a repeater that actually receives the optical signal, that is termed as the OCN. So whenever the signal will be received, it will be in the form of optical signal. So then it demodulates it. That means the optical signal gets demodulated into the corresponding electrical signal. That means whenever the data will be sent, there must be a converter which will convert the optical signal into the electrical signal. So here the OC or the optical carrying signal gets converted to the electrical signal. Then it regenerates the electrical signal and finally modulates the electrical signal into its corresponding OC signal. Then the electrical signal is being sent and finally at the receiver side it again gets modulated from the electrical signal into its corresponding OC signal. That means the electrical signal again gets converted to its or correspondent optical signal. So a SONET regenerator replaces some of the existing overhead information or header information with some new information. So the generator which has been placed to convert all these things, it actually replaces some of the existing overhead information. That means the packets or the data which will be sending the information from one location to another, they get changes or they get replaced by the new information which is also known as the header information. So as we know that regenerator is another strong device of SONET which is actually used for extending the limitation of a SONET or the fiber optic cable. So where there is a need of the user to extend its capability or extend the network of optical fiber, at that time the regenerator plays the role. Next we will be moving to another device under the SONET devices, that is add or drop multiplexer. So what do you mean by add or drop multiplexer? So add or drop multiplexer allow insertion and extraction of signals. That means whenever there is a need of inserting or extracting the signals, at that time add or drop multiplexer plays the role. So an add or drop multiplexer or ADM can add STS coming from different sources into a given path or can remove a desired signal from a path and redirect it without multiplexing the entire signal. That means what? A add or drop or ADM can actually add an STS that is coming from different sources. So we have already discussed that STS multiplexer, demultiplexer are added at the sender and the receiver side. So whenever there is a STS coming from different sources into a given path, at that time we can add it or remove it according to the user requirement, and we can also redirect it without demultiplexing the entire signal. That means without demultiplexing also we can give, or we can take the help of ADM in order to increase the capability of the SONET devices. So instead of relying on time and bit positions, add or drop multiplexer use header information such as addresses and pointers to identify individual streams. That means it has the capability of relying on time and bit positions. That means it is totally relying on the bit positions in which the data is being transmitted, or the time positions in which the data is transmitted. So add or drop multiplexer use header information such as addresses and pointers to identify individual streams. That means whenever there is a need to identify an individual stream, at that time we can take the header information such as the addresses and the pointers in which the header informations are being stored. So in the simple configuration, a number of incoming electronic signals are fed into an STS multiplexer. So whenever we will configure, or there is a simple configuration, there is a number of electronic incoming signals that are being fed to the STS multiplexer, where they are combined into a single optical signal. That means, as we have discussed in the image, that the STS multiplexer has the capability of combining a number of electronic signals and sending it into one. So at that time the multiplexer actually converts the electronic signals that are being received into a single optical signal. So the optical signal is transmitted to a regenerator, where it is recreated without the noise it has picked up the transit. So as we have discussed, that regenerator is actually a device that is used to increase the capability of a network, that is your SONET network. So here the optical signal is transmitted to the regenerator, which actually recreates the signal with the extra energy, where the noise is being decremented. That means the regenerator actually regenerates the signal and with low noise, and it is being sent to the transmit layer to transmit the data. Now you can see the image over here. So as we have discussed, that STS multiplexer are over here, where it combines a number of users from the electronic media. That means the signals will be in electrical signals or the electronic signals. So it will convert, the STS multiplexer will convert the electronic signals into the optical signals. So the optical signals will be transmitted and the regenerator devices are installed. So regenerator devices are actually used to regenerate the signal. That means to send from or to extend the capability of the network. So where there is a loss of energy, at that place the regenerator are being placed. Next, again it will be sent in the optical cables. Then there is a concept of add or drop multiplexer. So add or drop multiplexer actually are used based on the situation. That means when there is a need of adding a new multiplexer, at that time add multiplexer will take the place, and where there is no need of multiplexer, at that time the multiplexers will be dropped and again the signals will be transmitted. So here there is another regenerator. That means there is no need that we will have, or there is no provision that we will have only one regenerator. So we can have a number of regenerator, or we may not have a single regenerator also. So it depends on the situation on which the data are being sent. Again the optical signals are being received by the STS demultiplexer. Again the STS demultiplexer modulates the optical signal to electrical signals. So in this way the STS multiplexer and demultiplexer plays the role. The regenerator and add or drop multiplexer also plays their role to convert or to complete the SONET network. So this is the total structure of a SONET network, where there are different users and they use the structure to in order to send the messages from one location to another location. Now we will be moving to the last point, that is your SONET connections. The devices defined in the previous section are connected using sections, lines and path. So you can see over here there is a section over here, there is a line over here, there is a path over here. So we will be discussing what is section concept, what is line concept and what is path concept. So what do you mean by section? So a section is the optical link connecting two neighbor devices, that is multiplexer to multiplexer, multiplexer to regenerator or regenerator to regenerator. So here you can see there is a section over here. That means whenever there is a connection between a multiplexer and regenerator, multiplexer to another multiplexer or regenerator to multiplexer, at that time it is called as the section. So section is the optical link, that means it is the optical link, it is not the electric or electronic link. So it is the optical link which actually converts or connects the neighboring devices. Next comes the concept of line. So line is the portion of the network between two multiplexers. That means you can see over here that between two multiplexer the gap is known as the line. That means here there is a STS multiplexer and here there is a concept of add or drop multiplexer. So one multiplexer to another multiplexer is termed as a line. So STS multiplexer to add or drop multiplexer, to add or drop multiplexer or two STS multiplexer will be considered under the lines. That means whenever there is a concept of connecting one multiplexer with another multiplexer, then the line concept is being used. Next comes the concept of path. So path is the end-to-end portion of the network between two STS multiplexer. So you can see the picture over here, that means here there is a multiplexer and this is also a multiplexer, but whenever the multiplexer work at two terminals, the concept is known as the path. So the path is actually the end-to-end portion of the network between two STS multiplexer. So in a simple SONET of two STS multiplexer linked directly to each other, the section, line and path are the same. So whenever there is a simple SONET structure of two STS multiplexer and we have the concept of linking them directly, the section line, the path line are same. So we have already discussed what is section, what is line and what is path. Now we will be moving to the SONET system. So we have already discussed it over here that there are two terminals where the sender side has the STS multiplexer or demultiplexer, and at the other terminal also there is a STS multiplexer or demultiplexer. So in between these two multiplexer we have also a provision of adding or dropping a multiplexer over here, but there is a regenerator which actually connects the STS multiplexer with the add or drop multiplexer. Similarly again the add or drop multiplexer to the STS demultiplexer. So whenever there is a gap or there is a connection between the STS multiplexer and generator, we call it as section. That means you can see that this is a section, this is another section, this is another section and this is another section. So when there is a connection between the devices, we call it as a section. Similarly when we have a connection between the STS multiplexer with the add or drop multiplexer, then we call the concept as line. So you can see that there are two line concept in this image. Similarly the connection between the terminal end, that means STS multiplexer terminal end to another STS multiplexer terminal end, the concept is known as path. So here there is only one path, two line and four sections in this SONET system. So this is all about the SONET system. So I hope you have all understood what is SONET system, what are the layers of SONET system, how SONET system works, what are the devices under SONET system. If you have any doubt, you can comment me on our YouTube channel. Till then, thank you.